Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
Well, we're on the way.
I think it's only right for me to respectfully acknowledge Fabio Cannavaro as being a little giant.
Yeah, not the tallest of centre-halves, but amongst the most commanding.
Yeah, and whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for in other areas. Anticipation, timing and tactical intelligence, they're all top class.
Manchester United finding their passes. Batistuta, oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Koeman. Best. And this is Batistuta. And he's had a hit. He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Dangerous moment avoided, only just.
Yeah, I felt that this was what their opponents were setting up to do, and they got away with that.
Haaland, he is onto this. Now he's off and running. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Serginho. Plays a sharp little ball here. Rice wins the duel this time. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. No, it's come to nothing. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Benfica yet to have an attempt on goal. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Tries to play it through. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Costa Curta. Long ball by the goalkeeper. And that has been slung wide. And he decides to cross it. Batistuta. No, that's been intercepted. That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Best. Played back in. Oh, shooting chance! Cruyff. Out to the left it goes.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Kupchu. It's a really well-measured ball. Rice. Over to the left. And it's Neves. Cruyff, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Pedro Neto with the delivery. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Koundé makes the interception. Pedro Neto might just make this. Now it's Batistuta. And here's Vinicius Junior. This might spell danger. João Neves. Kupchu. Spread out to the left. He's got away. Shoots! And he's there to get it away. Oh, he's really drilled it. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So that's got things underway.
There's a player below Peter that I admire on a professional and personal level, the one and only Raúl.
He's just out on his own for consistency.
Indeed, and a terrific leader. Talent has to be backed up by hard work and tenacity, and he leads by example, hence the respect he commands.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Calhanoglu. Roberto Carlos. Well, that has not gone well. It's a searching pass. Raúl gets into some space. Oh, what a climb! No, not the best of headers. Alexander-Arnold. It's not an especially good pass, that. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And he cuts out the supply. Valencia disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Calhanoglu, and here's the chance to counter. Alexander-Arnold tries to play it through. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Adams promptly onto that, and that is that. Benfica still without a single shot on target. Looking here to chip it through. He's going to be disappointed with that. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And that has found him in acres of space. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
He's got tall. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. And he's there to belt it away. That'll be a throw-in. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Can he latch on to this? A corner it is then. Alexander-Arnold plays it short. He rises! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
He's picked his way through. Raúl, crunching tackle. Adams.
are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Looking for the run. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Raul. Valencia looking to get their possession game going. It's Alonso! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Right card! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Rijkaard clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Kupchu. And it's Cruyff. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. He has found the way through. Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's managed to get Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Cristiano Ronaldo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Can he get it through? Roberto Carlos. Can he get on the end of this? Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Has a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. That is good strength. He gets big! Oh, the ball's come loose here. And the shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Raul, always looking for that half a chance. And it's half-time here. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. The midway point of the game.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained, so I'm looking forward to what's to come.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. Both sides defensively robust up to now. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Spread out to the left. Now it's Puskás. Now it's Puskás. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Yamal might just make this. He's shifting through the gears here. He's big chance! Goal!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
Valencia have taken the lead.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Mbappe. Rijkaard. Guardiola. Still chasing the game, trailing by one. Gets a good foot in there. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Yamal. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Roberto Carlos. Threads one in. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's having a shot! Superb from Puskás! Marvellous finish, an absolute joy. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Benfica grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Puskás. It's Roberto Carlos. Cruyff. Çalhanoğlu. And it's Roberto Carlos.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now Cruyff. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's an imaginative pass. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cruyff quietly revving up. Raúl. Alexander-Arnold. Aimed beyond the defence. Raúl plays it in. And the keeper beat chance for a shot! They want to be quick to recover this. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Benfica really could have done without this. Well, the keepers these days have done their homework. Oh, crossbar! And it's bounced out off the woodwork. He scores! And again they hit the front. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Substituição para o Benfica. Número 87.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Número 6.
Valencia get themselves into the lead.
Número 5.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
Número 47. Número 20.
And he's heaved it away.
Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
Looking to play him in.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Judge, surely! He has done it! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. This is quite a battle.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Tries to pass it through. Alexander-Arnold climbs up big. He will be livid with himself.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And that is a little undercooked. Oh, well measured. Oh, that's fabulous. Big chance! Oh, it's in! And that may just do it! Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
Benfica complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Roberto Carlos receives it in a wide position.
There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? Cookchu goes short. Cookchu. Decent chance! And he shoots! The whistle has gone and it is all over. Benfica have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Puskás, hat-trick scorer, massive game from him today. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely.
Benfica do have the look of a team with genuine ambition. Already on the cusp of promotion, they are looking to make a statement here. We are more than ready. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. There's the whistle, and here we go. Benfica come into this game needing something. To fall short here would impact horribly on their future, immediate and beyond. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
A little bias on my part, but Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the greatest fullbacks around, certainly when it comes to attacking creativity. So naturally you'll be bound to see him in the final third, where he can get the very best out of his strengths.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Now it's Messi. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Scholes. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Cruyff. It's Roberto Carlos. And it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. Can he get on the end of this? Mbappe is... Mbappe! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. And that is expertly dealt with. Benfica have the chance to go the other way. Puskás goes for a shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Decent enough try. Camavinga. That's a shade optimistic. No goals as yet. Aim forwards. Scholes. Fernandes sends it crossfield. Hazard. Mbappe. Samba gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Foden. Now it's Pedro Neto. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now it's Puskás. Well, that's well seen too. Alexander-Arnold played into space. Alexander-Arnold is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Foden. Çalhanoğlu. Benfica finding their passes. Oh, this looks sharp.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Oh, that pass isn't the best. No, that's been intercepted. That is ended up in no man's land. And he's picked out the run. It's Hazard! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Cruyff getting this one clear. Roberto Carlos. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Fernandes. Camavinga. Vardiol. Camavinga. Puskás. Now it's Pedro Neto. Good ball, good take. Donnarumma punts it upfield. Pedro Neto. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Looking tidy in possession here. Azar.
Benfica have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Pedro Neto receives it in a good position here. Spread out to the left. Roberto Carlos. And the half-time whistle goes. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0.
Que junto a las puertas de acceso al estadio hay instaladas unas huchas destinadas a recoger sus donativos para nuestra campaña solidaria en favor de los más necesitados.
So off we go once more.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change.
Oh, terrible mistake. Mbappe! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Barcelona have their second corner now. And now they can spring out of defence. Alexander-Arnold. Not the most accurate pass. Camavinga. And it's Camavinga. For Valverde. Out to the right. He's in space and looking for options. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Pedro Neto. Puskás. Cruyff. Pass somewhat off target. Now he's off and running. Well read, nice interception. Cruyff. Foden. Threads one in. And he cuts out the supply. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Jimenez gets good distance on it.
Pretty robust defending.
Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Searching pass he's played there. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Adams. Alexander-Arnold. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Aimed beyond the defence. Chance for a shot! Oh, it's gone in! His joy, his goal. He steals the moment.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Benfica penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
They still can't get carried away. They haven't been promoted just yet.
Now it's Azar. Mbappe. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Roberto Carlos looking to run onto it. That's going to go a long way. They get a throw in. And here's Roberto Carlos. Cross in, looks like a good one. Mbappe. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Adams. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Oh, that's well spotted. Alexander-Arnold. Roberto Carlos. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And he's there to belt it away. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And it's Roberto Carlos.
Benfica surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Puskás. And it's Scholes. Roberto Carlos. And it's Messi. Now it's Mbappe. Adams clears. Well, the voices from the stands are becoming that much more frantic now. They are doing everything they can to help the team.
Well, it's often understated, but they can have an impact on games like this. It's time to respond in kind. Up their game.
Costa Curta gets over and intercepts. And they're quick to get it back. In he goes again! It's fallen kindly here. Goal! They have stolen level at the last. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky. It'll come your way.
El dorsal 19, el dorsal 17.
Benfica have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution. So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
And the shots! And the ball's come loose here.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Decent attempt, that, just a little mistimed.
That's a good ball out wide. That is good alertness. And time is up. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Benfica can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.